Yeah, it's a rare blue sky right now, and I don't think it's going to last all day. In fact, I checked the forecast this morning and they said mostly cloudy today. But then again, they call a cloudy, mostly cloudy sky, they call it mainly sunny sometimes, so you know, you can't really go by that. But I'm pleasantly surprised to see some blue sky and sunshine right now for my hike. I wasn't expecting that, so I'm on the Spanish-American trail here. Yeah. Yeah, this is not where I intended to come today. I had another place in mind, but I'll go and check them out and see if it is to my liking. And I just saw some stuff there that wasn't to my liking at that first place, so I came here because there's no people tracks coming in here. Lots of animal tracks around, like fox and grouse and rabbits. And my tracks, but so that's what I like. I wanted a nice quiet hike, and that's why I came into the Spanish American, because not a lot of people come in here. I don't know why. I mean, people I'll never understand why people do what they do, you know. I watch, I've done that all my life. It's been sort of a hobby of mine, trying to figure out why people do the things they do. And in some cases it's very clear why they do the things they do, but in other cases it just leaves you wondering sometimes. Like sometimes I'll notice that people go out, I'm talking especially about the dog walkers here, they go out on, you know, really bad days, and a sunny day comes along, you don't see hair nor hide of any of them. It just, it boggles my mind. You know, you think they'd come out on the greatest days, but it's not always like that. So, yeah, not too many people bring dogs in here to walk. Like I said, I don't know why. I have seen people in here with their dogs, but very rarely. So, yeah. I know I do come in here quite often, and especially in the wintertime, because I don't like going farther north when the snow is on the ground. It's just too treacherous up there. So there's only a certain number of places within the range I'm willing to drive in the wintertime. And this is one of them. And like I said, I always like to come here because I can expect, for the most part, a quiet hike. And that's why I'm out here in the bush, for the quiet and the serenity and the peace. I don't want to be running into people. It's never my intention to run into people. Yeah. But I found that with my type of personality throughout my entire life, people will jump to the conclusion that I'm doing something to get attention, but I've never been like that. Although there are some members of my family that are like that. They'll intentionally do stuff to get attention, but I've always, you know, been the one that cowers from attention. I don't want attention. If I'm doing something that attracts attention, it's not because I want attention. I used to get that in my motorcycle riding days all the time. I'd stop at a gas station and some guy, that's back when they used to pump gas, and a guy would come out and he said, "Oh, nice bike," and all this stuff, and well, one time I remember the guy asked me how big the engine was. I says, well, I was riding a bike that was the largest engine on the road at the time, 1500 cc's, and he says, "Oh, I guess that's why you got it, eh?" You know, they jumped at the conclusion that that's why I'm doing, like, I used to love riding motorcycles, and people would jump to the conclusion that my motorcycle was loud, or my motorcycle was fancy because I wanted to be noticed. But that's the last thing I wanted. I wanted nothing to do with that. I loved the freedom of riding a motorcycle, just as I like the freedom of being out here in the bush by myself. I'm not looking for attention. I don't want you, all you folks out there that are attention hungry, you can have it. I don't want it. And that's not the reason I put my blog up either. I explained the reason why I put my blog up many times, and the first intention I had when I put that started the blog post was that so my family could see where I was and what I was doing, especially my son and his family. So, you know, people can think what they want, you know. Anyways, I love being out here, and it's quiet, and it's just, you know, like I always say, it's more like home to me than anywhere else. Because the wilderness doesn't expect anything from anyone, you know. Doesn't treat anybody any different, no matter who you are. Anyways, let's continue in on here.